Hello and welcome to a channel update for January. This is where I tell you what's happening on the channel in the next month or so, and you tell me what you think about it, and get feedback and all that sort of good stuff. Basically, it's me fishing for comments and for feedback and trying to work out where we want to go in the future. So, let's just go through the series that are on the channel and kind of talk about them a little bit. First one is Divinity. The person I'm doing it with does not have internet currently, or at least didn't last time I checked, so I pushed that back. I'm expecting the next episode will be in February. I'm not 100% sure about that. It's kind of just a big kind of question mark for me. Don't really get to talk to them very much because they don't have internet. So once they have internet, I'll get you a more up-to-date idea on when that series is coming back. But don't worry about it. I'm fairly certain we'll get to it at some point. Next couple we have are the Crusader Kings series. Both of them are doing okay right now. I'd say the Radical Removing series feels like, well, in terms of viewership, which is how I gauge interest, is basically how many viewers is it losing each episode. The Radical Removing series seems to be dipping, while the Saintly Scott series has stayed very consistent. So what that's telling me is that less people are wanting to watch the Radical Removing series, so probably it seems like I should be wrapping that up at some point. Haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that yet, but that one I imagine is going to wrap up first, and what I'm going to replace it with is whatever mod comes out first. So if there's a Game of Thrones mod that comes out, that's the one that we're going to jump on. If it's Warhammer, we'll jump on that one, and that's kind of my general plan for it. If it ends before any mod comes out, then what I'll probably do is I'll end up like doing another vanilla playthrough and then ending the Saintly Scott series for a mod whenever it comes out. You know, just balancing things. Neither series I'm feeling needs to end right away, but they are around, what, 60, 70 episodes long right now, so I don't tend to like series going above 100 episodes for Crusader Kings, because I feel at that point it's maybe gone on a little too long, but we'll see. Talking about series that went on a little bit too long, we have Darkest Dungeon, which was 136, I think. It was a lot of fun. It was a whole lot of fun, but I feel like it kind of stifled some of the variety the channel had. Like, because I had, at one point, I think with Darkest Dungeon, and all the other things on the channel, I had no series that was below like episode 50 on the channel, which seems to me like that means that there's been a month and a half of there being no change in terms of the content on the channel. So I kind of like to keep things moving a little bit quicker than that. So yeah, we'll try and get that in for the next couple of series at least. We'll focus on that one. So Prison Architect, it's a game that I played in early access, thought it was pretty good. It's now out, so I thought, hey, let's just try it out, see how the game is. And yeah, it's still very good. There's pretty much nothing more to say about Prison Architect. I think, though, for the series, what we're probably going to do is probably going to get the prison much the way I envisioned it in my mind, and then we'll end the series there. Like, once we've got it so that it pretty much runs itself, that's where I'm thinking that's our end point. But, you know, it's only 3 episodes. I've only recorded 3 episodes, so I have no idea what my end point is yet, but you know, just thought we'd talk about that a little bit. Pathfinder Kingmaker. This series I am really liking. I'm really liking the game. It is fantastic, and yeah, you can tell that by the fact that the episode lengths as this series have gone on have not done the usual thing. Usually what happens is I start with longer episodes and they get shorter, you know, as my interest in the game kind of lessens and I want to playing something else, so this episodes just subconsciously get shorter. Pathfinder, they've got longer, so they started about half an hour, and now we had one episode, which may or may not have come out yet, which is going to be 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is obviously just ridiculous, but it's just a game I can't stop playing. It's really good. I can't stress that enough. It's surprising how much I like it. I mean, at the start, I was thinking, alright, it's a little janky, but, you know, I've come to like that jankiness. There's a little bit of back and forth with this game. It is something, you know, I think it's something I really want to see more from the developer as well. I want to see, like, sequels to this, because I think this is a very easy game to get that kind of thing, because basically, the game is just following the adventure path, right? Or it used that as the base, like the, I think that's what they call them, although that might be D&D. Anyway, they followed that like book. There is a Pathfinder Kingmaker tabletop book, I think. I say actually not being 100% sure. Let's just have a quick look at that. Pathfinder Kingmaker tabletop. Yes. I think there is. Maybe? I don't know. I might be complete... Yes, a module is what they called it. There we go. Yeah, I kind of read that a little bit. Right. Anyway. There we go. Pathfinder Kingmaker widely follows the Pathfinder adventure path of the same name. Yeah, there you go. So, what I'm thinking is that they're going to set this up so they can go, okay, we've had Pathfinder Kingmaker, then we'll have Pathfinder whatever, like the next adventure path, and they'll take a different spin on the game that way. I think that could be really cool. Although the kingmaking, like the kingdom building aspect is a really, really interesting part of the game, so I wonder how they'd deal with that in future things. Anyway, I don't think they've got that in their plans yet, as far as I can see. They're still working on DLC for this game. But yeah, Pathfinder Kingmaker, really enjoying it. I think that we're in like the last 20% of the game. Now, we are 100 and something episodes in, so it's difficult to tell, but I kind of got the feeling like we're getting to the point where we've finished a lot of the companion quest lines, we've kind of finished a lot of what we're doing currently, a lot of the regions we've been in and we've explored, so it's kind of getting to the point where... And also, we're exploring places much quicker now because we're higher level. We can kind of blast through a lot of the walls that the game put in our way at the start. Like, we don't need to worry about resting as often because we can heal more often. We can kind of keep going without that constant stop-start. So it feels like we're getting like very close to the end of that, which is, you know, good and bad. As I said, I'm really, really enjoying it. But I have got that itch to play a different kind of RPG. Like, I've got that kind of, I want to play something, like, much different. I don't know. I kind of want to play something, like a Bethesda game. I don't know. That's kind of what I've been hankering for. But, you know, I might just start a 5th series. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, we'll work on it. Talking about working on it, replying to comments. I'm working on it. I'm about well, it was about a month back when I last looked, although it's been about half a month since then. So I'm probably about 2 months back on comments, but... there were a lot at the start of the Saintly Scots and the Radical Movement series, which is fantastic. It's brilliant, but it just takes time to get through them. I'm trying to also answer some as they come in, like if I have a good thing that I think of as I see them. I am reading, I've read all the comments. It's just getting back to answer and or reply and, you know, seeing if I missed anything, basically. And yeah, that's about it. In terms of other stuff, City Skylines, reason I've got maybe February, I didn't want to jump in on it because like I saw that the reviews were not great for the new DLC. They seemed a little bit, they said there was a lot of micromanagement, and some said it was kind of like the Parks DLC, but if it was industry. So the Parks DLC is like basically you can zone off a new area and then you can make your park, and it pretty much doesn't affect anything else in your city apart from that park. Or maybe there's some more nuance to it, but that's at least how I see it. And then the Industries one, I'm imagining it's going to be much the same. So it's not something I'm, you know, jumping for joy about. Like the micromanagement part of City Skylines beyond traffic is not something that particularly interests me. So we'll see. We'll see. Pillars of Eternity, I also want to go back to and play some of the DLC for that. I definitely want to do that. And I think I'll do it after Pathfinder is finished, because that gives us, one, a shorter series to go after it. So it's basically... I think there's 2 DLCs and 3 mega bosses, something like that. Mega bosses meant being like tough fights. So the way I'd see it is we probably do like mega boss, DLC, mega boss, DLC, mega boss. It's something like that. I don't know. And basically something like that. The reason I don't want to play it now is because I don't want to switch between Pathfinder and Pillars. I've actually now got to the point where I understand the Pathfinder system to some level. You may agree or disagree, but I can kind of work my way through difficult fights in the game. While if we were to switch over to Pillars in the middle, I'm just seeing me getting confused and that not leading to great content for that. Anyway, Thronebreaker, the other one, I do want to play that at some point. I'm not quite as hyped for it as I was. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. Like, people who talk about it are kind of like, I only see it in kind of Gwent communities where people go, oh yeah, that was a nice thing. You know, that was neat. No, nobody's like, oh, that was amazing. That was brilliant. Which is, you know, there's a lot of other stuff to play, basically, for that one. And then the Historic Immersion Project and the CK2 DLC guide. It would make sense to do the Historic Immersion Project once I... like once I start doing some more modding stuff with Holy Fury, because it will likely have an update for Holy Fury, so it seems like that would make sense. And the CK2 DLC guide, yeah, that's just kind of like a wish list content thing right now. In terms of other stuff, I don't really know what else is coming out. There's some things I've been thinking about playing, but like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, but it's all about working out what I'm going to have time for and what kind of things are coming out in the future. I'm trying to think if there's anything coming out this year that I'm jumping on. Cyberpunk, I think, might come out this year. I'm not 100% sure if it is going to come out this year or not, but I would see an E3 announcement for Cyberpunk coming out in like autumn. That would seem like or like, you know, kind of September, October time. That seems like that wouldn't be out of the question. I could also see them just doing a surprise announcement and saying like it's out next month or something, like, or it's out next week. But you know, they put a lot into this, so I'm expecting it to have a larger build up. I don't know, but they could announce it. I'm trying to think what else there is. They could do it at, like, I'm kind of expecting an announcement at E3, but they could say like, okay, here is at E3. Here's a, you know, trailer for it, and it's out today, something like that. I find it unlikely, but you know, they could potentially do something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's basically why I did the video, so you can comment and tell me what you want to see. Right now, I'm kind of at a loss. There's kind of like this. I've a lot of the stuff I was looking forward to, like towards the end of last year, has come out, and I'm playing it. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah, hope you are having a good start to your year. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.